Hello everybody, Tiffany from A Different Chick Farm and Orchard here. Today is day number 1 of building our Atlas Budget Plus 30 by 72 high tunnel. We have had this since quite a long time ago. I think it was in June, maybe even earlier than that. I got Charlie getting in my leg. And we actually found out that we did not have enough room on our property as far as what the zoning went to do any more structures. So we had to actually go through the city and get rezoning after finding out through getting a building permit that we did not have enough room and we could not get approved for the building permit. So that's all done. It is now January 16th. All the process is done. We are rezoned agriculture and we can start putting our greenhouse up. So I'm going to flip you around. So we don't have everything out here, but we do have most of the stuff. It comes with a lot of the bolts, your tech screws. It does come with everything you need to put the high tunnel together. Instructions. The only thing that I did not like about the instructions, we have got a few different sized tech screws. 14s, and I think the other one was 12. Let's see. Yeah, the other one's 12 somewhere. And we weren't for sure which ones we actually needed, so we're kind of taking our best guess to get the correct ones. But as you can see, we are putting some of the tops together, which is what we're doing today. We're going to set ground posts hopefully shortly. We've already got that laid out. We've got all of our posts and metal parts laid out down through here.
That's what eat them go-off batteries too, let me tell you.
So if you go to do one of these yourself, you're going to need a lot of batteries, really good batteries to go with your drills, because putting those tech screws in that really nice steel frame takes a lot of battery. So it's something definitely to keep in mind. But I'm going to go for now and see what else we can do here. Well, hello everybody again. It's probably the continuation of this video. It is January 28th. We have a beautiful day. It's fairly warm. It's like 58, which is much nicer than what it has been around here. It's been like 32, 34 at the high for the day, which is not very warm. So we chose this Saturday to come out and work on our tunnel again. So let's see what we've got here. We have a different helper today. We have an Alyssa. She had the day off from school since it's a Saturday. No classes, just a Bible study this morning. But she was able to come out and help. So what we've already done on our first 2 posts is we have already dug our hole. We dug our hole 18 inches into the ground. And then we put our post 6 inches drove into there with 2 inches, actually more than 6 inches because we've got longer sidewalls. And we left 2 inches from the ground here to this hole. So that we have got, and we actually put a pole across here and then measured from the bottom of the post to the hole to make sure we had the correct amount. We filled it with Quikrete, and we have got water soaking in there. We'll soak it again in a little bit more, but it's not going anywhere. It is stable. We also put a bolt on the bottom before we put it in the hole, just to make sure that it's got that little extra depth to it to hold it in the ground so our tunnel never comes flying out of the ground, which can definitely happen. So, Steve and Alyssa are making sure that we are going to be putting this 3rd post, corner post, in the correct spot. So we're remeasuring. Obviously on the first part of the video we had to measure and it took a while. We've already measured from this post to that post, which is one of our ends. Now we're measuring from the one end post and the other end post to the length end post. So let's go back over here and see what they're doing, see how they match this stuff up. Thankfully, Atlas puts colors on the end of our post so we know which one. So ours has a yellow spray paint on the bottom, so we know that the yellow is the one that goes in the ground. So we're hoping it squares up fairly closely at least. So what I'm going to do at this point, we've already got the other two holes dug with our auger, which right there in our tractor. It's kind of a boring thing to show you digging a hole with the auger, although some people enjoy that. So we decided to leave that out. So what I want to do now is set up our camera, and we're going to film the rest of this, and I will set it up, and we may fast forward through some of it because it might get a little boring setting these last two. Ah, I can show you because they're getting ready to drive the post in there. So how's it going, Steve?
It's going good. I got great helpers. People always, especially family members, always are like, don't make them girls do that. And it ain't a matter of making them do it. My girls can do anything. That includes my beautiful wife and my wonderful, beautiful daughters. I dare say Alyssa can hold her own with most of them. Hey, we need our level out of the bucket. So the bolt, some companies send you a special tool, die type thing that goes in there. Atlas got smart and just has a big, huge, massive bolt that you couldn't tear up if you tried.
Yeah, I could imagine you could beat that one all day long and it wouldn't ever affect it. Yep. So we've got this really cool little level that you stick on with the rubber band here, and that way we can tell that we're sticking even there. So
answer it.
Give me 1 second. They're asking for chicken pairs for sale.
Tell them we don't sell chickens.
We don't really sell chickens anymore.
we do organic fruits and vegetables. It's that time of year and egg prices have skyrocketed, so we get lots and lots and lots of phone calls asking if we sell chickens, and especially laying hens. What most people don't know is that the price of feed went up, which is also why the price of eggs went up finally, because the small farmers were feeling it and had to raise their prices months ago. But us, we already had our prices adjusted. Well, small farmers, not us, because we don't sell eggs. Commercial farmers are finally feeling that after they've had to now buy feed and other stuff going on. But yeah, it's not very cost effective still for most people raising chickens. But if you can feed them scratch grain or scratch their feed, and then feed them scraps from your table, then it's usually works out pretty good. So most people would not really take this much time to get this all even and make sure everything is right. But what happens if you don't get it all right? You end up having a tunnel that doesn't fit together right. You have corners that aren't the same. You have bowed out sides. It's not a pretty picture. It is like building a house with regular construction. So I'm going to pause this while they set up all this.
the boat out. Alright,
So what measurements are we looking for there?
needs to be 78 feet on the diagonal, 72 on the length.
Okay.
Not as nice as I'd like, but it means what I'm doing. Give me a bolt back. All right, you get your.
Okay. I'm going to set you up on our camera stand now. And because we're to the point, it's going to probably need 3 of us here. So let's get this party started here. Okay.
What we're doing here is, you need your.
Measuring tape.
We are making sure to get these bolt holes 2 inches above ground level. So we use the tomato tiff. It's on your side.
Oh. Oops.
We'll use these
I have all kinds of things stuck in there. I got
use
a
these
vine.
tomato stakes to find the top of ground level, and then Tiffany can measure from the bottom of that up to the center of the bolt hole. We're nowhere near there yet, but
So we are at 8 inches. So you got 6 more to go. You are at a little under 6 inches, about 5.5. We are at 4.5. We are at 3. Two and a half. Slight bit more. We're at like 2 1/4. We're good.
all right, move your stick.
So what we're going to do next is I'll get our concrete mix and we're going to pour concrete. And it looks like Charlie's going to come visit. Come here, Charlie. Come on. I know. I rarely pick you up while I'm working, but I'm going to be nice. Oh. this is our big boy Charlie. So, hi, Charlie. Charlie likes to help us work.
No,
If
he
you've
don't.
seen our videos. Okay. Charlie likes to distract us while we're working.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's closer to
So
it.
this is just regular old high strength concrete mix. Probably could technically just pour it in the hole and it'd suck up moisture and harden. But we're putting a little bit of water on top of it so it can start setting up faster. You don't want to inhale that. Concrete lungs ain't no fun.
Talk about COVID lungs, concrete lungs are probably worse.
Now, if this post wasn't driven in the ground so far, I have to be real careful about bumping it. But because it is, a little bit of bumping, now I don't want to hit it, but a little bit of bumping ain't gonna hurt it. And the concrete is there for weight and to help the post, gives you more surface area to help the post from lifting out of the ground. Atlas says that they recommend putting the line posts in concrete, but it's not required. We will put them in concrete. It's a lot more expensive, but I just assume this stay where it's at instead of coming back out of the ground. So Tiffany's going to turn her water on. All right, Tiff. That's all it takes. We'll let that sit and soak in. By the time we are done with this post over here, these will have soaked up enough that we'll be able to go back and start covering the corners with dirt that we first did. And Tiffany can take you up there and show you what we got up there and how that looks already where the concrete soaked up the water. And I've got some